Hello everyone, my name is Skylar Lint, and I'm going to be talking to you on my current event today about what to say to kids when the news is scary. Alright, for my first slide, I'm going to be talking about what you should ask kids about what they're feeling or what they have heard about the scary situation that is going on. You should check in with your kids, especially when things are going on that are scary that they might hear about at school or that they may have heard on the news while you are listening to the news. So it's important to know what their feelings are and what they've heard so that you can educate them more. It's also important to ask them questions and let them ask you questions and reflect on the knowledge that they know about the situation. And it's also important to create a safe space for you and your kids to talk so that they know that they can talk to you about anything and that you won't relay any of the information to anybody else, and just gain their trust and know that they are safe in the space that they are talking in. All right, the next slide is give kids the facts and context. Make sure to debunk any memes, myths, or misconceptions that they might see on social media or hear about at school. Give kids the facts about what's really happening. Grab a map and show them how far away this is occurring from home. And if the events are close to home, still tell the truth about the situation. So for example, the coronavirus started far away in China, but ended up moving closer to home, and it's important to tell your kids this information and the truth. All right, when talking about this, make sure you avoid giving out labels like bad guys. These words increase fear and confusions in the kids. Talk more about how these people may have been angry or how they made bad choices instead of labeling them as bad guys. And it's also important to say that don't be afraid to say, I don't know. And sometimes you don't have all the answers to their questions, and that's okay because you might not know yourself, and that's perfectly fine. Encourage kids to process the story through play and art. Making sense of what they hear through creativity is a big thing that kids do. It can be disturbing, but this kind of play serves as an important purpose. It helps them make sense of the world, and it helps discern credible information. Look for helpers. People are always willing to help, whether it be in your community or your county or at school. There's always going to be somebody around to help you and your kids in tough situations and to explain things better than maybe you can at home. Telling your kids about helpers helps them see their world in a better view, and showing them how our country can come together in times of needs shows them a positive side to the situation. So like, for example, with the Australian fires that happened around February, the world came together to help raise money, and it's important to tell kids about that. Take positive action together. Some of the things that you can do with your kids are go to peaceful protests or collect donations for the situation that might be going on. This helps reduce child's anxiety and shows how to help in the situation when they might not feel as powerful. They can make a powerful decision that helps them feel much better about the situation. My opinion is it's good not to lie to children and tell them the whole truth. Even if it's not something that you might want them to hear, it's good for them to hear it from you rather than somebody else, because you will tell them the truth rather than somebody who might not know all the information. It also helps them make sense of this scary situation when they hear it coming from you, and it's just good to be that role in your child's life. My course connection was in Chapter 2, The Social Goals of Schooling. Some schools control what students learn and know, so I thought this was a good example about how to related to my article, because sometimes when things happen around the world or happen in our life, sometimes schools, like with history, will hide important facts that might be important to know, like when we learned about Christopher Columbus, how he is not as good as a person as schools portray. Oh, come on. And here are my sources. Thank you.